Hello, my beautiful sunshines. It's Sunny Bunny here, and today we are going to be reacting to Doki Doki Literature Club Part 1. Now, this is Jacksepticeye's version, as you can see, he's right here in the corner. I've been getting a lot of requests to react to him, but also to play this game. I don't know, I'm not really into anime games, so that's why I decided to react to this other than play it. There is a couple video games that I've been looking forward to, like YouTuber's Life and stuff like that. And Goat Simulator, I might play some of those. So let's get right into this game.
Top of the morning to you, ladies. My name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome to a game called Doki Doki Literature Club, which, okay, there's got to be a few disclaimers about this game before I start. A lot of you have been suggesting that I play this game, and when I saw it first, I thought, I kind of rolled my eyes at it. I saw it on Steam when it came out, and I rolled my eyes at it, because I thought it was just a Japanese schoolgirl visual novel dating game kind of thing,
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And it didn't seem like anything that I'd be interested in. But everybody on the reviews, this is a 10 out of 10 on Steam. And everybody in the reviews were saying, don't read anything else about the game, just play it for yourselves. So that already had my intrigue. And then when I started up the game, it gave me a bunch of disclaimers that said, you need to be at least 13 years old to be able to play this game. I had to agree to a consent. And then it said, warning, if you suffer from anxiety or depression, you might not find some of the stuff in this game appropriate.
Oh my gosh.
So I need to say that outright as well.
Jeez.
And then it gave like a link to like a disclaimer page for warnings for this game. So I have no idea what this is. Apparently it gets very weird very quickly. And a lot of people have been suggesting it to me, so there has to be something to it that, again, because if you're like me and you rolled your eyes at it at first, it might be completely different than what we're expecting, so let's give it a chance and give it a shot and see what it's actually like. I literally, I have no idea what to expect from this.
Okay.
Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children.
Oh, cool.
You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up.
If you don't hear me for a while,
but if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
Oh, she's cute!
Look at her. So fucking anime.
She's so cute!
I overslept again! Actually, I probably won't be able to do voices for this because it's all girls and that high-pitched voice is going to blow out my throat really quickly.
Aww.
But I caught you this time. Oh yeah, my name is Jack. Okay, I guess that works. But I wanted to put in Jack because I wanted the characters to call me Jack. My wife who's... Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Jack. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something.
It just makes the game totally better.
But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Whatever you say, Ori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jack, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Maybe Doki Doki Literature Club.
Ooh.
I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any social skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
NEET?
What's a NEET?
I don't know.
You trust me, right?
What is a NEET?
Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right, all right.
Aww.
I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Aww.
Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head.
Aw, that's so cute.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation.
Aw.
Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I caught you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes.
I love
I'm
how
impressed.
some of his voices are like
You don't need to wait up
he's
for
already
me
used,
if it's going to make you late to your own
but they
club.
just keep coming back.
I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori.
I think that's the voice he used for
There's no
Friend
way
Bo.
I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure
so
she only
cute.
did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president.
Oh.
That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's as cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go!
Oh, she's so cute.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake.
Hey,
I
I would.
dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Going through these classrooms always reminds me of playing White Day.
What's White Day?
White Day, a labyrinth named School.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a Korean horror game that I played ages ago.
I should look that up.
It's been all over the place, but these classrooms, the Japanese and Korean like classroom styles and building architectures and everything are very similar, so it always reminds me of that. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here.
I love how blue her eyes
don't
are.
call me a new member. Ugh. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Her hair match.
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh god, there's too many of them. Jack! What a nice surprise! Welcome to the club.
I was gonna say. I thought we were going
all
on a
words
thing with
escape
their
me in
eyes
this
matching their
situation.
hair.
This club is full of incredibly cute girls. I already forget the voice I gave you.
What are you looking at?
It's
You
just
wanna
like the
say
voice of
something, say
Greg.
it.
Sorry, Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Aw.
She looks like Q from Honey Pop. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
Oh, she's the one. I thought it would have been her.
She gets moody. Sayori says quietly into my ear. Oh, this is Sayori. Oh, I'm getting all confused. There's too many characters. Turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Cute girls! Sorry, mutterings. It sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jack. Monica smiles sweetly. All these cute girls. We don't know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic,
Aw.
smells great, nice hair. Basically,
Straight out there,
completely
Jack.
out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Jack. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I have no idea what voices to give these girls. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Aww.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
What? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats.
Aw.
The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
For someone who has a deep
you
voice,
know,
his
you look
voice
like
can go pretty high.
Like kitty teeth.
Meow.
Meow.
Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face.
Good job.
I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. That's always the case. Cupcakes are not designed very well. It's not like some baking engineer went out and made cupcakes the most prime candidate for icing sugar treat. Because if you try and bite into like a proper cupcake, you have to get icing everywhere.
Yep, yeah, you do.
Maybe that's the point. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but
No one's
notice her
complaining
sneaking
about
glances
that.
in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. I mean, this is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me?
It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? What?
Made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe, but not for, you, dummy.
Jeez.
All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. I like the music.
Yeah,
You
it's
keep
very
a whole
bouncy.
tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
No.
I guess.
Freaks of weirdo.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Oh, okay.
That's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that,
I really like the
believe
purple
you.
girl's hair.
well,
But
tea
I've
and
always
reading might not be
yeah.
a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
Oh, she's
You're
so
not the
cute.
Yuri I know. The Yuri I know is in Girls' Generation. Kwan Yuri.
Okay.
Fake Yuri.
Fake Yuri.
Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. Little weird. Her Dwayne The Rock Johnson impression is getting better, though.
What made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question.
Oh,
Something
jeez.
tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll
Monica.
make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club?
Why not?
You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally
Oh, that
enjoy
voice that
and
he's
make something
given her.
special out of it.
So
And if it
funny.
encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Okay.
Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
Uh-huh.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events like the festival that much more important.
Oh, really?
I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate.
Oh.
Right, everyone? Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining.
Aw.
Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
Probably not.
So, Jack, what kind of things do you like to read? Shit! She's on to me, immediately. Can she read my thoughts?
Probably.
Considering how little I've read these past few years.
He was about to say literature. I knew he was.
Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds the comfort in the world of books, not people.
Huh.
But, you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once.
Really?
The Shining, I heard it was called. By Stephen King.
By Stephen King.
I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Oh, jeez.
Monica comes back in to do her rock impression after hearing me. Actually, after listening to me think about it.
Really? I wouldn't have
jeez.
expected that, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down.
That's how I am.
Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Really?
I hate horror.
Oh, Natsuki.
Why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea?
Because you're so cute.
Well, you left a piece of paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give it back. Fine.
Sayori.
Your cupcakes, your poems.
Okay, your voice sounds too much like all the others, so I'm gonna give you...
Your cupcakes, your poems.
There you go.
Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
He's
Why
so
do you
cute.
care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence.
Really?
The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Oh.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example of how Natsuki feel comfortable about sharing hers.
I guess it's the same for you, Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
Sayori.
We all
She's so
sit
cute.
in silence for a
They're all
moment.
cute.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Or as anime they would say,
Nani? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jack?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never actually said I would join this club. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But,
I'm sorry, I thought...
Jack.
You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? When all of their cute smiles and pretty hair and lovely eyes stare back at me, dejected. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. You're choking me. You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
Yay!
Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
I like
Jack,
that he's
I
not
look forward to seeing
skipping
how you
through these
express
because
yourself.
you have to be clicking, so he can't
Can I
skip.
really impress the
which
class
I
star
love.
Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Jack. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Oh,
That's
she's
right,
such
Sayori
blue
and I
eyes.
never
It's
walk
so
home
pretty.
together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. One of these names is not like the other. Would I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature
I
club?
love how it's like everyone's
Perhaps I'll
like a
have the chance to grow
Japanese
closer to
name,
one
and
of
then
these
there's
girls.
Monica.
Perhaps I can even make the waifu.
Oh,
I'll just need to
really?
make the most of my
waifu.
circumstances, and I'm sure good
First, you
fortune
need the
will find me.
girlfriend, though.
And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. See, this is what I expected this game to be. Just this, like, forever. But apparently it gets much different. Apparently it starts off like this, and it's supposed to make you think that it's all this, and then it takes a sharp turn. And I don't know what sharp turn that's going to take pretty quickly, but the fact that it said, you're not going to be happy if you suffer anxiety and depression, makes me think that their poems are going to open up a bit about who they actually are.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most.
Oh, jeez.
So who are we thinking? Who do we like most so far? I don't like Natsuki,
No.
because she seems a little hot-headed in her attitude towards me.
Yeah, I
Is
like
a little,
Sayori.
a little
Sayori's
sharp.
such a cutie.
Sayori is my best friend,
Yeah.
kind of, but she cute.
Yeah.
Monica,
Nah.
I feel like Monica is a little too out of my league. She's a
Yuri.
bit too official,
Yeah,
since she's the president. I think
Yuri.
Yuri is my heart's desire for now.
Aw.
I forget what she's into. Okay, what should we write about?
Rose.
Pain.
Okay.
Massacre. Let's write a
Yay!
horror. Wait, are these girls bouncing based on what I'm picking?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're just bouncing anyway. Rain cloud.
Okay.
Oh, they do bounce based on what I'm picking.
Yeah.
Philosophy?
Okay.
So I'm trying to pick the ones that Yuri likes.
Yeah.
I like Yuri. Horror.
There we go.
Melancholy.
Yay.
Okay. Sayori jumped a little for that one, but I don't know if it's just a natural jump. Tragedy.
Okay.
Sayori, you like tragedy?
Jeez.
Boop.
Boop.
So I'm staying away from cute things because that's what Natsuki likes.
Yeah.
Dazzle? Shit. Infinite Fester Eternity. Yeah, there we go. Misfortune. Shit.
Oh.
Effulgent.
Disown.
I don't even know what that is. Disown.
No, there you go. Despise.
Okay, so you like the dark stuff.
Yeah.
You like a middle ground. You like the cute stuff.
Yeah.
I can't even impress Monica. She's not even here.
No.
Probably
Probably because she's the
Destiny?
president. There you go.
Wrath.
There we go. Defeat, maybe?
Unrestrained. I'm picking
Okay.
all the good ones for
Yeah.
you. I have to pick 20? God almighty.
Jeez.
Graveyard. Hurt. Okay. You like that one.
Death.
Infallible death. What?
Jeez.
Sayori, you like death? Okay, 2 more. Insight,
There
nice,
you go.
and misery. Crap.
Okay.
Okay, last one.
Um.
Determination.
Yep.
Let's
There
get a
you
little
go.
undertale in there. Okay, time to see what our poems are all about.
Hi again, Jack. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Okay.
Thanks
cool.
for keeping your promise, Jack. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you,
No,
making
no.
you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too.
She lied.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Oh, jeez.
That's the key. You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in her club room.
Oh, roasted! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Moninga! Monica! Ah! Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Jack always gives his best as long as he's having fun.
I do! In
Yeah.
real life, that's me! I always do my best as long as I'm having fun.
Aw.
He
That's so
helps me
cute.
with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
Why do I help out with this?
I don't know. I
Not
guess you're your
dependable.
best friend, I guess.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't
Uh-huh.
you?
Aw.
I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Jack can become good friends too. Sayori, don't out me in front of my waifu.
Aw.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, good job.
Oh! You even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
Sayori,
me?
what are you doing to me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
Aw.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Okay.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do?
Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation.
Okay.
Hey! Don't worry about it! First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So,
Okay.
any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Aw.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy.
Aw.
It's a short read. It should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you wanted.
Aw.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Aw.
What book did she give me?
I don't know.
I want to know. Is it Shutter Island?
Ooh.
Is it It?
Ooh, it.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her book. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Oh, God. Well, she only makes her hide... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
No, no.
Oh, it's fine. I was focused. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place.
Oh, jeez.
But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Aw.
Curious how come you have just curious how you have two copies of the same book. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me. But I decided to let it go. It's because she bought the book specifically for you, dummy, because she likes you.
Duh.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a
Aw.
very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it
Really?
about, anyway? Is this happening because of the stuff I picked for my
Probably.
poem? That'd be really cool if that was the case.
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Ooh.
all right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets
Just like
targeted by
Life
these
is
people who
Strange?
escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she
Uh-huh.
needs to desperately choose who to trust.
Oh,
This sounds
geez.
awesome.
No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came out of nowhere. I feel like that this is foreshadowing for the game.
Oh, jeez.
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Jack?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's symbolism. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Ah,
And it's a
yeah,
literature
that's a good
club
one.
and they're reading books. Not just a hat rack, my friend.
Oh, jeez.
It's also a cough factory.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil,
Uh-huh.
but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy
Ooh.
that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans.
Uh-huh.
Why do I feel like this is telling me everything that's about to happen?
Oh, jeez.
I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, that's good.
Well, I guess it's all right then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people.
Good
So I'm sorry
job.
if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a
Aw.
literature club after all.
Yeah.
That's true. In fact, might as well start reading it, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it.
Oh, jeez.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yuri's.
Yeah,
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting.
Uh-huh.
Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book.
Mm-hmm.
I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry, I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do.
Aw.
I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean...
Oh, jeez. Oh, poor, she's so
Here,
cute.
this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Yuri's. I love the way you're saying
Oh,
her name
that's
now.
so sweet.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes
Yuri.
her own copy.
I love that
Once
he's
we
saying it like that
once
now.
we each lean in a bit, our shoulders almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Wow. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. This is even worse reading.
Really?
Because not only am I a character who doesn't read a lot, but she reads a lot. So that means that she's probably going to finish the pages sooner, and I'm left going like this. And whenever that happens, I have done this with somebody before. Not in like a romantic kind of way or anything, but just like, you know, when you're younger and you're in school and you have like a little book hour.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, or at least my class had that. So with my friends, I'd be doing it, but I couldn't read as fast as they could because they read a lot. And then my mind wasn't even focusing on the page. It was just waiting to figure out when they were finished, and then I would just turn the page anyway.
Oh.
I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting to me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Aww.
Are you ready? To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
Aww.
I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do.
Oh, she's looking at me.
Since you've been so patient with me.
Aww.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's
We
so
continue
cute.
reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Okay.
We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Aw.
Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Aw.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
Aw.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Jack, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait!
Whoops.
I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing.
Aw, poor thing.
I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
I like your
Okay,
face.
everyone! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
I completely forgot that we had to share poems. Yuri
See, you got
exhales, spared
distracted.
from finishing her thought.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if I haven't been looking forward to this. If you haven't been looking forward to this, it's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases
Aw.
her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you
Yeah.
prefer if I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
Aw.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing.
Aw.
Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook.
Okay.
I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags.
Aw.
I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first?
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Sayori. Do Sayori or
Eeny,
Yuri?
meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe.
Really?
If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, Monica! Eeny, meeny, miny, Monica. Let's start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem.
I mean, I
and
kind of
want
already
her
knew that was
to
going to
know
happen.
I'm putting in effort.
Hi, Jack. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be
Aw.
afraid to bring up things, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Oh, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jack. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Jack. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
Really?
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
Oh, nice.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it.
That's kind of like me in real life, actually.
Oh, really?
It's very challenging to write like that
Effectively. Maybe that's why I got instantly drawn to Yuri's character.
Mm-hmm.
both allowing people to get something out of it by feel or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot.
Yeah.
It'll take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new
This
things.
is a pretty good game
That's
so
the
far.
best
I
way
like
to find
this.
the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always have to be that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in
Hole
wall.
in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun.
Jesus,
But it's
is
too
deep.
late. My retinas, my blah, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
Jeez.
What?
So, what do you think?
It's very free form, if that's what you call it.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is,
I
a lot
love
of poems have
this
been putting
game
emphasis
so far.
on the
This is a pretty
timing
good game.
between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
But I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently.
Oh, really?
It's been
Did you now?
influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point.
Okay.
If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later.
Oh, okay.
Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink.
That is true.
So, just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Aw.
That's pretty good. Who should I show my poem to next? I feel like I should show it to Yuri.
Yeah.
I feel
really.
like since it's the reason I wrote the poem,
Yeah.
I feel like I should have brought it to Monica first since she's the head of the club.
Yeah.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Aww.
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you.
Aww.
That is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my
Frankly.
poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them.
Oh.
I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Oh no.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Oh jeez.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem.
Aw.
Not just finding them, but building them. But getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
What's with this sort of like reggae menu music that's going on?
Yeah, I like
It
that.
might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind.
Okay.
I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
No.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her.
Aw.
Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ah, I get it.
Okay, short and to the point, like the book she gave me. Ghost under the light.
Ooh.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow.
Jeez.
Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe.
Just like his hair.
Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Oh, that's good. I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I could never do
Terrible handwriting.
poetry. I could never
What?
write a poem.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read it.
Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Aww.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
Really?
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jack.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance at it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture.
Oh,
In this
okay.
case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering
Okay.
in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past,
Oh, okay.
and soon to be left without nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it this way.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Aw.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this,
Really?
but in the end, I enjoyed it.
Aw.
I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Jack.
Me too.
Oh, it's so cute.
Precious. Okay, let's go with Natsuki. I'll go with Sayori last because it might be the end of the day and then we can walk home together.
Yeah.
Jack, If you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
Jeez.
What? Harsh.
What? You expect me to believe that you actually put an effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer, but I'm not a rapper.
Maybe
Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Well, at least somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway.
Aw.
I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now.
Yes, you do.
Knowing you probably think it's stupid.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sure.
I like how the music changed. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
But
Yeah.
that's about it.
I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Aww.
Were you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks their writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your
That is
writing
true.
style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
That is true.
Exactly! Every poem is beautiful.
Yeah.
As long as you're writing from your heart and writing honestly, that's art. And
Yeah.
no one should ever judge you for that.
I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Yeah, so the idea of her poem was that everyone else around you can do great things. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb,
Yep.
horses can run, frogs can leap, that kind of thing. But humans can only try. That's deep.
So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose.
Like humans fall flat.
Helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Aw.
I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
No.
Yeah, that's not. Just like to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Aw.
Short and sweet. Okay, Sayori,
Short and sweet and to the
let's
point.
get into it.
This is a good poem, Jack. Are you sure this is your first time?
Of course.
I just hear Greg in that.
Not that good.
That's all I hear.
Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
Guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was
Uh-huh.
afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all.
Oh,
I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
cool.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
Oh,
Well, of course.
jeez.
Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
Mm-hmm.
See? It's like I said before, Jack. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined.
Yeah, that's
Knowing
true.
how much this means to her and all.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Aw.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that then.
Okay.
Yay! Now you may read my poem too, right?
Yay!
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Okay.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine,
Aw.
the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I would sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's a good one. I like that.
That was a
Sayori.
good one.
This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. It also explains the last line.
Yeah.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Aww.
Really?
Little
Yeah.
ball of sunshine.
Especially that last line.
I made eggs and
Like
toast.
me, Sunny Bunny.
Even though you were late to school,
Beautiful sunshine.
It's bad to skip breakfast.
you remind me of the... What's her name? Sasha Browse from Attack on Titan.
Oh,
She
I've never
loves
watched
food
that.
so much, and you kind of have the same face as her right now.
I get all cranky.
Well, because there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
Haha. This is so much fun. Monica's the best.
Aw.
Yeah.
The next time, I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Okay.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs.
Nope.
This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into.
Yeah.
Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems.
Okay.
As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something?
Aw.
It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess.
Aw.
I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Aw.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jack did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style.
Jeez,
I don't
Yuri.
expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jack liked my poem too, you know.
Oh, jeez.
He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jack appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
Oh, God. Girls, calm down.
Yeah.
No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Girls!
Yes.
We can kind of...
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jack started showing up.
Oh, God. Girls, can we... Wait, Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little... That doesn't involve... I don't like fighting you guys.
Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they had just noticed I was standing there. Hi. Jack. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason?
Jeez.
The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure something out. Help me explain that to her, Jack.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language.
Oh, jeez.
It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively.
Oh,
Avoiding
jeez.
them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jack?
Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing.
No, you don't.
Whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Ah! Oh! What do we do? I want to go with Yuri because that's my waifu.
Yeah.
But I don't want to upset Natsuki.
I would just say, help me, Sayori.
Help me, Sayori.
Natsuki,
Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Yeah.
Jack,
Well, that's her problem.
this isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she is.
Oh, jeez.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her so upset in the first place.
Girls, we can talk about this.
If only... Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes you. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their indifferences. Their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head.
Yeah.
Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Oh,
Big, beautiful boobies.
Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Aw.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Wait, does that mean I lean more towards Sayori then? Am I even picking a dating partner? Monica smiles
This is
sweetly
not a
at me,
dating
causing
game.
my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Aw.
Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun.
Aw.
Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Jack, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Aw.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
Yay!
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Jack, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Hee hee hee.
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.
Aw.
That's cute. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the
really?
first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people.
Aw.
You don't hate them, do you?
Jeez.
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Jack, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club.
Aw.
In the club.
In the
you know,
club.
bottle full of pub?
Yep.
But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest.
Aw.
And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Pat, pat, pat.
Pat, pat,
I said
pat.
that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as internal monologue sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
Aw.
Okay, good night. Bye.
Okay, time to write the next poem, which means it's my time to save my game.
Aw.
Okay, right, so far, we're
Yeah.
an hour into the game. Nothing crazy has happened yet,
No.
but I can see that it's setting
Wow,
up for
has it
something,
been
or
an
maybe it's
hour
just
already?
because
Holy
I know
crap.
people said that weird shit happens, which would probably really take you by surprise if you knew nothing about this game and you just jumped into it. First of all, I still don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like Yuri kind of laid down some groundwork for what could happen.
Yeah.
She might have foreshadowed a bit of things, and the types of poems I'm writing might lead to something, but very interesting. I like the characters a lot anyway. Even if this didn't turn into anything, it's still just fun to talk to them because I like how different all the characters are.
Yep.
Even if it is kind of like the stereotypical dating thing, but
No, that's
haven't
true.
found anything crazy yet. I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen, though.
Yeah.
It'll probably start happening in the next episode. But so far, really liking it. I like it a lot. Hopefully you guys like it too. And if you're a person who's played this game and you know what happens, or you know what's about to happen, or you know the different types of characters or what personalities they have, or if you going with some character leads to different endings or anything like that, please, I beg of you not to say anything in the comments.
Oh, yeah,
because
definitely
I don't know anything, and I don't want to be spoiled, and because I read the comments a lot, I don't want to have to go through it and then have the whole thing ruined for me. But other people who are really getting into this, or other people who like this for their first time through as well, I don't want them to get ruined either.
That's true.
So please be mindful of others. I know the temptation to post spoilers, or to don't even post the stuff like, oh, I know what's going to happen if you do this.
Yeah.
Like, don't be sly about it either. Just don't post spoilers. I do not condone that. And I hate it when people do that. It's such a shitty thing to do.
That is an annoying
please be mindful
thing.
of that. That some of us are going through this for the first time, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And if you're not into these types of games, if you're not into the whole Japanese schoolgirl visual novel dating sim kind of game.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm not into that either myself, with the exception of like Honey Pop, just because that was
seems like
that was
it's
like
a
the
pretty
first
cool
kind of
game.
thing I
I
did.
actually kind of like it.
But I was assured that that's not all this game is. The tags for this on Steam have horror, gore, self-harm, stuff like that in them.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what's going to happen. All I know is that it's not this forever. So give the game a chance.
Okay.
Anyway, that does it for the first episode. If you liked it, punch that like button in the face like a boss. And high face all round. Whoosh, whoosh. Well, thank you guys. Now we'll see all you dudes.
Yeah. Sam, you're so cute.
Oh, schoolgirls, you make my heart go Doki Doki.
It was cute. Okay, so that was actually the first episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. This is actually a pretty cool game. Like Jack said, he's not usually into these types of things, and neither am I. I'm not usually into Doki Doki. And when I saw that it was kind of like a Japanese kind of thing, I thought they were all gonna talk in like Japanese. That's why I wasn't really into it. I was thinking to looking forward to this game, and I'm like, you know what? They might talk in all Japanese, or it might not be as good. But I did see it had really good reviews and stuff like that. But now that I saw the first like hour of it, I might actually play it. If you guys want me to play it, let me know down in the comment sections below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna try to see how this works out. And see if I can do a webcam with it. I didn't get one yet, but I'm gonna see if I can try and use my my computer camera. Last time I tried to upload a video with a computer camera, for some reason it didn't. I don't know if it didn't like the file. Like, it wouldn't. Like, I used iMovie, and for some reason it wouldn't save it to a file. I don't know why, but it just wouldn't do it. So I'm gonna try it again and see what goes on. But make sure you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I know it's Sunday and tomorrow's Monday, but you guys have like 21 days until Christmas. So if you guys are seeing this on December 4th, 21 days. If you guys are seeing this on December 3rd, 22 days. So that's something to look forward to. And if you guys want me to do like maybe a Christmas thing, I've been looking for some new reasons to use my camera and stuff like that, so you guys can see my face more often. Maybe I can do like a shopping haul or something like that, or things that I love about Christmas time or something like that. If you guys want me to do that, let me know down in the comment sections below. And hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you all later. Stay sunny, everybody.